What's up, everybody? Matt Kajeski here, back again with the Osmo Fantasy Football channel. And we are talking NFL draft prospects ahead of the 2022 NFL draft. We are going to be hitting all the major skill position players, giving you everything you need to know ahead of the draft, ahead of dynasty drafts, redraft leagues, best ball, everything you could possibly want. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We're also brought to you today by Underdog Fantasy, best known for their best ball drafts, but they have so much more on their platform. Plenty of contests you can compete in, from live drafts to pick'em contests where you can make up to 20 extra entry fee. Use the promo code OSMO to get a match deposit bonus up to $100. Again, that's promo code OSMO. So make sure to get started with Underdog Fantasy today. Sticking with the receiver position, we've already covered Treylon Burks, Drake London, and Garrett Wilson. But today we're going to talk about Garrett Wilson's teammate, Chris Olave, another Ohio State receiver. And these two players are actually really similar in terms of size and production and even age. Chris Olave is 6 feet tall. He's 187 pounds. For comparison, Garrett Wilson, 6 feet tall, 183 pounds. 40-yard dash. Chris Olave ran a 4.39. Garrett Wilson ran a 4.38. Vertical, Garrett Wilson does hold a slight edge here, 36 inches to Olave's 32, but both of these players are exactly 21.7 years old, November birthdays. Olave does have the one extra season on the profile. Now, when you adjust all of these metrics for his size, Chris Olave's speed does come in 68th percentile. The vertical jump is just 25th percentile. Again, that adjusts for height and weight. Now, diving into Chris Olave, the main difference here between him and Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave definitely under recruited. Garrett Wilson, you have the 5-star, but Chris Olave was a 3-star. He was the number 68 receiver in the 2018 class, coming out of California. Looking at some of his production, we have the best season coming in 2021. Now, there's a little bit of noise with this. The Big Ten played the shortened year in 2020. So in 2020, Chris Olave just 50 receptions, 729 yards. Very good for a shortened season. But then he erupts this past year, 65 catches, 926 yards, 13 scores. Also had a fantastic 2019 season with 840 yards there. All in all, Chris Olave still with a 23.1% target share, a little bit smaller than some other players in this class. That's just because he's playing alongside fellow first rounder Garrett Wilson and a likely first rounder in 2023, Jackson Smith-Njigba. So very productive offense, and Olave still carving out his fair share. In the slot, 18.5%. He was moved all over the formation, something he likely will be asked to do at the NFL level. Looking at the offense schematically, similar to Garrett Wilson, we talked about yesterday, Olave produced in different kinds of offenses in 2020. This was a run-based team. They passed just 41.5% of the time. That was with Justin Fields under center. And then this past year, they moved to C.J. Stroud, pure pocket passer, and their pass rate jumps all the way to 55%. Olave produced in both seasons, so this shows that he can play across a variety of schemes, including up-tempo schemes. This Ohio State offense was top 50 in plays per game in each of the last 2 years. And then you dive into the production. Big Ten schedule, so Olave checks the production box against good competition. He went over 100 yards in their first 2 games against Minnesota and Oregon, 2 of the better defenses they faced. Over 100 yards later in the year against Michigan State, just shy of 100 yards against Michigan. And again, this guy's competing with Garrett Wilson and Jackson Smith-Njigba, so you can't always notch 100 yards. There's got to be enough to go around with some of the other NFLers in that offense. Now, when you look at where Olave wins, he's going to be your route tactician type. He's not a player that ever really received special teams. Just 2 punt returns in college. They kind of let Garrett Wilson handle some of the punts when he was there. And the one main concern with him is the lower yards per route run. He didn't quite win all over the field like Garrett Wilson, like Treylon Burks, like Drake London. This is a player with just 2.29 yards per route run. For reference, that's 31st in this class. To just kind of compare that to some other players, Treylon Burks was first in yards per route run. Drake London was third. Jamison Williams was ninth. His teammate Garrett Wilson was 10th. So this is one of the major knocks on Olave. He did not win all over the field. He did not force missed tackles at the same rate that these other players did, which means there is a chance that some of his production is the product of the Ohio State offense. However, this is a player that is going to be drafted highly. Across first-round mocks in the industry, you're going to see him in the first round, oftentimes among the top 3 receivers drafted. probably giving him a floor of the Green Bay Packers towards the end of the first round. Now, some teams will be a little more interested in Olave than others because he fits the route tactician mold. He's not going to be your big contested catch receiver like a Drake London or Treylon Burks. He's also not going to be your yards after the catch receiver, maybe like a Treylon Burks. So he does not fit every single scheme, but still projected to be a first round pick nonetheless. When we look at some player comparisons, he's actually extremely similar to his teammate Garrett Wilson. However, they win in different ways. So when we look at this, we have a close comparison to Calvin Ridley. They're nearly the same size. Ridley has the extra inch in height. Jerry Jeudy is another player who's a little bit bigger than Olave, very similar comparison. Will Fuller, size-wise, good comparison, but different skill set. Fuller's your downfield burner. And perhaps the best comparison is Rashad Bateman. Bateman is a little bit bigger, but he won in a lot of the same ways that Olave did in college. So that's my favorite personal comparison. We know Bateman, first-round pick himself. So there is a very high ceiling for Olave if he can enter the right scheme and really take advantage of that route running ability he has. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think of Chris Olave, where you see him being drafted into what team. My name is Matt Gajewski on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. We will continue these videos throughout the draft process. So let me know if you want to hear about someone in particular. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.